What is up, everybody? Season 6, Mike, episode 18, flashing lights to start the episode. A little bit of ridiculousness. And I mean, fellas, we're all back together. It's been a hectic week. Someone didn't put any picks in last week. It was a wild ride. Matt, I can go to you first so you can explain why we didn't get to hear your picks at bovadasportsbook.com.
I did picks. They were on the underdog. If you listen at the 42-minute mark, I said, "Hey guys, these are my picks for the week for Bettors Delight." And Mikey listened now, and I told him the 42-minute mark, and he decided not to do it. That's a stat guy not doing his job. The guy who's supposed to be getting the picks together did not do his job. So, and then
I got the picks.
Mark tried to threaten me. He's like, give him -10, thinking I would give two craps about it. Like, did not care in the least bit. I was like, yes, give me -10. I do not care because you guys are all cheaters. You're fakes. You're phonies, and it doesn't matter.
I got the picks, to be fair, because I'm not a me guy. Matt's a me guy.
I mean, how are we? But why is it our responsibility to go find them?
Correct.
Like,
me guy.
Write them down and send them.
Me guy.
Go find them. It's not like I hid them like Davy Jones's locker. They were here. They were present. They were all present.
It's a me guy.
Omnipresent, like Jesus
Selfish.
Christ.
Omnipresent. Regardless, it is good to have you back. So that's fun.
Permutations.
I will say, Mark has completely flipped allegiances. There's no more Eagles gear. Phillies gear's been dead, and now you're just all in on the Flyers.
We're having fun. We're having fun.
We're having fun.
I'm picking the teams to where that makes me have the most fun, and right now it's the orange and the black.
Did you ever find that remote in your house?
I did. Right. I'm not gonna say anything further about it in case there's listeners that will get back at me. But we're here. I did question whether Matt should lose -10. I wasn't sure if this rule was like a case by case basis or just like black and white.
Bad topic.
So I was just trying to find out.
Okay, Mark, you want to bring that up because I think you deserve to still have to pay $5 because you started a quarterback literally that did not start. So I would not get into it right now. If you want to talk case by case basis.
Somebody's very angry today.
Yeah.
Very
angry.
I'm just saying, I didn't bring it up in the group chat. I took the high road. I believe that Mark should pay $5 for starting a quarterback that literally was not the starting quarterback of the game.
He was active.
No, but there's a rule. We have talked about this before. You have to play players that are going to play in the game. He started a quarterback that was not the starting quarterback of the game.
Have you ever started a second-string running back?
Because they get playing time. Second-string quarterbacks don't get playing time. This isn't college football. This isn't college football. This isn't Oklahoma in the mid-'90s.
If you really break it down, he was about to start like up until like 7:45. It was still in question. So you never know.
It's fine. I
think we should just charge Mark because he tried to pull a fast one.
He did try to pull a fast one. How's this on me? Matt made you guys find picks, and I'm the bad guy here.
Tried to pull a fast one on his friends, thinking he could dupe his friends, and he did not. He was not able to because we sniffed it out like Inspector Gadget. Tomorrow morning, I will bring this up in the group chat. Mark will owe $5.
Did Inspector Gadget use his nose? I feel like he just had a jacket full of tools.
Fine, Scooby-Doo.
Yeah,
all right. That makes
doesn't have opposable thumbs.
Mike
makes less sense.
Scrappy-Doo?
Scrappy-Doo.
I'm going to put Matt here. I'll see you guys next week and send you my picks on another pod.
Here we go.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, there goes the episode again.
But regardless, anger aside, the biggest revelation of the entire week, fellas, and I honestly can't even believe that this has happened, is someone else has joined me in the alley pally. All of a sudden, Mike is in on the darts. It is fast and furious. This man said he loves the quote unquote loves the darts.
It is
after ruthlessly mocking me for over a year. This is unfathomable.
It is electric.
Hold on a second. My computer just stopped. I don't know what's going on now.
I mean, we still see and hear
still
you.
see and hear you.
Yeah, but my all the voices have stopped and everything. Nothing's moving. And it says end of episode. So Mark touching his computer just ended everything.
It's still going on my stream.
I thought that would get him to come back.
Oh.
I figured that's where that was going, so I just kind of
know.
stopped. Mike with the dynamite timing. Well, regardless.
To be fair, I've been watching darts. My favorite part is the walk-ons are awesome, but whenever somebody wins a set or a match, they play that one song after, and everybody goes nuts, and they all do and every time they're doing the Ya and Colo Torre chant. It's great. It is good. It's good stuff. Now, Greg's lost me money every single day.
To be fair,
his stupid method of just betting the overs every time, how they tell him in every sport, just betting over is dumb. Well, here it is. It's
we had a great day today. I'm not really sure what you're talking about.
Not smart.
We had a great day today. You're the one that mucks the system up and isn't ready for it. That's how it works.
I just joined the late slate. I don't join the morning.
That's poor. That's poor timing.
Yeah.
Because then you miss out on potential winners.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
But I did get it.
Actually, is going to come back. Like what? It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
I did get a DAZN account because Greg wouldn't share his.
Again, you can only have it on a certain number of devices registered to the account, and I like to follow the guidelines of those rules. I don't know what to tell you.
Fair. But I can watch boxing and stuff now. So
I will say the biggest miss of my lifetime is calling the Jim Williams Peter Wright upset that happened just mere hours ago, several weeks ago, and then not having the guts to actually take it out of respect for Peter Wright.
Right there for the overs, and then Peter Wright blew it. Either way,
what can you do?
Either way, darts is fun, but
yeah,
I'll still make fun of you for talking about it.
Darts is fun. Here it is. Good to come on our side. You know what's not fun? The NFL. The NFL is not fun in any way, shape, or form. If you're an Eagles fan, for the most part.
My Baltimore Ravens are first place.
Your Baltimore Ravens? Is that's your new?
You picked the Jaguars this past weekend. I had the picks. You picked the Jaguars.
Did my lock hit?
I didn't count that as a real lock, but the Liverpool won like 5-1.
Count?
Because you didn't give a pick all week until 30 seconds before that game started.
A lock pick before the game started.
I don't know if that one counts. I mean, it also is like not a lot of units, but.
Did Mark really turn his camera off, or did he just put a black line and then the circle? I can't.
He's holding up a bouncy ball in front of a black piece
that's
of
what.
paper.
That's what I thought.
I thought I just heard his voice.
I did.
Yeah, I did.
I put the Liverpool bet in early, before the game started. That's my lock of the week. It hit. Good win.
It's a game today. What?
Yeah, it happened. It was they beat West Ham 5-1.
Case by case on this one.
Before it even happened.
It's just. You're going to keep going in and out of the show.
So upset. About $5.
Oh, I'm dying. To be fair.
It was about 5 hours before, so, but I don't know.
I mean, if the pick is in and the game happened before, I think it has to count.
Bang.
I think that has to count.
Update my lock of the week record.
Agree.
Before you mess up this freaking call.
When the recording stops working, I'm going to drive.
And then Mark's going to have to text after saying sorry because he messes up the recording.
No. I held strong on Matt's prank. I almost came back, but I held strong.
Prank.
All right,
well,
now
you got
not
us.
leave anymore.
I will say you got us with your leaving.
When you said your show
everything stopped working.
Clear prank.
Oh. I thought he was talking about how I'm going to text tomorrow for $5 because Geno Smith did not start. He started a player that was not the starting quarterback. That's $5.
He was active. If we're going to allow your lock to work, it's pretty much similar.
It's completely separate, and in a fantasy league versus
technicalities aside, they're very similar. Why are we talking about this? This is why I didn't want to be here on this show. You know, I didn't want to be here. I don't like talking to three crones when they're all just coming down on me with their bull crap.
I
mean, to be fair, you're wrong, and you brought it up.
You brought it up.
I didn't bring it up. I was talking about Matt's thing, and if it's a case by basis here, I'd use the same words.
Case by base.
Case by base.
You know what you know what you did.
Mark said it was a base of ace. It's a band.
An ace of base is what you meant to
base
say.
of ace. It's a cover band.
You most certainly probably
It's an ace of base cover band. Base of
you
ace.
most certainly could have picked up Drew Lock a week plus in advance.
Now,
and not
I
had to deal
think
with any
you
of
should be able to pick people up on Monday.
that.
I think I've been saying that for
completely
years,
different.
but
Yeah.
in this case, the rules were broken.
So here's the thing. I thought that you could pick people up on Monday, which is why I didn't pick Drew Lock up previous to that,
It's only
because
been 4 years.
everything was saying okay, and
now-
we've talked about it multiple times, adding it. It's not my fault that the commissioner has not added it or not tried to figure it out. That's not on me.
Like in our other leagues,
Not knowing the rules is on you, though.
This is a rule we've discussed and we've talked about. Yeah, you should be able to do this. This isn't something that you do a lot during the year.
What's that Eric Andre thing where he's like, I can't believe you did this, and he shoots him, and it's just himself. Like,
Yeah.
it's a consequence of your own actions.
like in the other league, I'm the commissioner of. Somebody picked somebody up.
Fair enough, Flaherty
Sure.
is.
Somebody picked somebody up, but then
Like as a
forgot to
Flaherty.
put him in, so they're charged the 10
Well, that would be charged
instead
10.
of the 5.
Correct.
But you didn't even pick anybody up. So
But I tried because we've talked
well, no,
about
he
Monday.
tried to follow the rules, but he didn't put him in. He also
Mark
thought the app
just-
did it. He also thought the
rules
app did it automatically.
All
Mark
right.
followed
Here's
the
where I'm
rules at
going to
11
do the
o'clock on
camera thing
Monday.
again. Jesus
11 o'clock
Christ.
on Monday, Mark tried to follow the rules.
I don't know why we brought it back up because now he left again.
He's the one that brought it up. No one else. He said case of base.
He did say case of base. That is true.
I saw the sun.
Well, regardless, case by case aside, $5 aside, we can move into college football because Bovada does have a ton of lines for all the bowl games. We are off night for bowl games today, which is a little bit strange. But there are plenty coming up here in the very near future. It's because of the dates and everything. We're still a week away from making college football playoff picks and all that fun stuff. But there are still plenty of good matchups over the course of the next week.
Our team's just practicing this whole time.
Yeah,
yeah, probably
a lot. That's
I would
a
assume
lot of
it's
practice.
not like. I assume it's a lot of walkthroughs and stuff like that, and not like
It's a
heavy
lot of
practicing,
practice.
Well, I also
preparing
think
for
that
the
there's so much transfer portal stuff that goes on that like coaches and whatnot have to get guys who typically wouldn't be playing ready to play in these games. Like that's when you have 5, 6, 8 starters who transfer out or something like that, you have to figure out who's going in there to play for them and all that stuff. So I think that plays a big
Could be
role in
me.
what this
I might
these
be
two
playing.
honestly.
For eligibility.
Yeah, well, at least 1 year.
You got that injury eligibility from when you tore your Achilles.
Sure.
True, you got a redshirt year and
ruptured it, but
I ruptured my appendix. Mike ruptured his Achilles. Both non-contact injuries.
fair.
Yes, I mean it's accurate.
Fair.
Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. It is. They
But
were both
I'm taking
non-contact.
Ole Miss plus 155 over Penn State this week because I'm also going to take them next week. A little double dip action.
Fair.
Easy money, easy game. I mean, Drew Aller stinks. He's going to be a great quarterback at Missouri next year.
Wrong.
The better quarterback who was at Ole Miss is John Reese Plumlee. It's UCF minus 5.5.
Yeah,
minus
I'm on that as
110.
well.
I'm on that as well.
I saw that on Bovada. That was the first thing I was
The
going for.
Gasparillo Bowl against Georgia Tech.
It's like a home game for UCF, I think, or at least very
All right,
close
just
to where they are.
Looking at the chat, Mark took Georgia Tech plus 5.5. So, and then he took Syracuse minus 3. Interesting picks for Mark.
Good picks, Mark. Good picks.
Good picks.
It's a great job by Mark. So Syracuse minus 3. Might as well. I'm counting these too. If the chat
minus 115. Fair. Stern, but fair. You know what that's from?
I do.
Stern, but fair. Chris
Can't
Pontius.
think of it.
It was like, I don't know if it was Jackass or an old MTV.
Yeah,
thing where he's just
UCF's
like,
not
Stern,
far from
but fair.
Tampa.
It's all Florida.
It's in
I feel like-
Orlando.
And that's like an hour south. So I think it's like USF is in Tampa and UCF is in Orlando.
What is it to drive from the top of Florida to the bottom of Florida?
Well, from Jacksonville, it's like, but also down to the other side to like Tampa, or no, to Clearwater, which is, around there. That would took like 5 hours.
No, but like, what's Jacksonville to like Key West?
Let's see.
You're the map guy.
You are the map guy.
On the map.
Mark's on Air Force plus 2.5 as well.
Did he actually put it in the chat?
Yeah, Mark's sporting the troops this weekend. Good for Mark, dude. Good for Mark.
I am on Air Force.
It is the Armed Forces Bowl. So
everybody from JMU transferred. And
let's give Mark his actual pick. I think Mark actually wants JMU minus 2.5, minus 110.
That's
give
true.
him, give him both sides. Give him both sides.
But yeah, I'm on Air Force there. Everybody, quarterback, coach, a lot of players transferring. They're probably going to bigger schools in JMU. So I'm going to take Air Force.
All right, Mark's on JMU. We're all on Air Force.
Where am I going? To Key West, you said?
Yeah, I mean, that's the southernmost point.
7:49 right now from Jacksonville to Key West.
That's not that. You got an Uber ride.
Jacksonville's also technically not the top. It's close. Probably another like 45 minutes.
What's the first city you hit when you enter Florida? Probably a few different ones, right?
Well, Jacksonville's the first major city you hit, but there's like smaller towns and stuff as you hit it. That one's called Gross. That one looks like one of the first ones.
Yuck. Wow, Mark going against his alma mater, taking Utah minus 6.5, minus 250. He double dipped on Utah. Interesting pick for Mark. Mark, in the chat, he says, Northwestern is not a good program. I don't appreciate what they did to their players this season. I don't know why major sports reporters won't comment on the situation.
They did fire their coach. That's very not good. I'm also on that pick. The Utah minus 6.5.
Me as well.
Podcast special.
Podcast special.
All right. I love that.
Let's go.
I didn't get a roof out of that guy.
What?
That's
I didn't hear you say. I didn't hear you say.
No, that's from a movie. Don't worry about it. You didn't see it.
What is it? That's the Las Vegas Bowl.
I have to think.
Men in Black 3.
Mark.
Look, it's the guy from Men in Black 3.
I don't even.
We gotta change the name of the show, guys. It's the Crones versus Coletta. That's what it is.
You're the one who brought it up.
None of my picks are correct. They're all wrong.
Are they not? I don't have the chat open, so I'm believing them.
No,
are they really not right?
He's been the opposite on every pick. Yeah, I get what you're saying, man.
This is the guy from Men in Black 3.
He's been on every pick but the JMU one. The JMU one is what he's actually on there. Or he's on
so
USF.
You just caused more work for Greg.
USF
now he's going to have to go back.
It's actually USF plus 3 minus 105.
All right, you just send. I'm not going to go fix them now. There's too many things to go through on Bovada.
Mark's making you go do work. Mark's making you go get his picks. Mark's making you go get his picks.
That's a Matt move.
Matt's making you go get my picks, actually.
Yeah, it's true.
Wow. What a creep.
Matt Force.
Can we just talk about why the hell Alabama has 3 different bowl games happening in its state this week?
I go to Sanderson, Florida. There's the Taylor store. I don't know what the Taylor store is, but I was trying to find like the closest to the border of Florida and Georgia.
If I had to guess, the Taylor store would be a store where your suits get hemmed, sewed.
My first guess was ham, Taylor ham.
That's what I thought too, Mark. But that
pork roll.
I feel like that's just a New Jersey thing.
We live in America. It's pork roll.
It is.
So there's 3 bowl games in Alabama this week?
There are. There's one in Montgomery, the Camellia Bowl, Crampton Bowl. Which one is it? I don't know.
I think it's chamomile. It's a type of tea.
Arkansas State, Northern Illinois.
Chameleonaire. He was a rapper.
You'll
you
never
got the
catch
Birmingham Bowl.
dirty.
No, they wouldn't.
It's the Riding Dirty Bowl.
Good morning. Duke and Troy are playing in Birmingham. And then, actually, all 3 are on the same night.
Yeah, South all on Saturday.
Eastern Michigan in Mobile, Alabama.
So two of those teams are in Alabama.
Yeah,
what was the other one?
It's the Arkansas State, Northern Illinois. Neither of those teams are in Alabama,
Okay,
but the
so
other
two are Alabama, and one's not even close.
The Camellia Bowl, Crampton Bowl.
Did
they accidentally put two bowl games together?
I don't know.
Why does it have the word bowl in it?
Did you guys see the great comeback by Western Kentucky, but did you see the toast, the big toast mascot running around?
No.
You didn't see the toast mascot. The Western Kentucky, first Big Red was running all around, the Western Kentucky mascot. But it was Old Dominion versus Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky came back from like a 28-0 lead in the famous Toastery Bowl.
So here you go, Greg. The Crampton Bowl is a stadium in Montgomery, Alabama.
Okay.
Yeah. The Camellia Bowl at the Crampton Bowl in Montgomery, Alabama.
Got it. All right. Well, that makes a little more sense.
There was a big piece of toast that said famous Toastery. There's a picture of him and Big Red, the mascot for Western Kentucky.
Can you claim toast?
Was he edible?
The picture's hilarious. I don't know.
Why
I think the Pop-Tart one isn't it?
It is. That's what I was wondering.
First edible mascot.
Toastery. So they make toast as the company? Like that's their thing?
I guess.
You
famous
can't
Toastery.
have...
Yeah, one drunk guy accidentally burnt the bread at the bakery and was like, "We're toast."
You can't have the guy's face in the toast.
Yeah, true.
That's a terrible mascot. As an aficionado, this podcast is an aficionado of bowl game mascots. You can't have the guy's face coming through the side of the mascot.
Correct.
That defeats the purpose of being a mascot.
I agree.
Okay, so right now, Greg is literally saying he hates Powdered Toast Man.
Powdered Toast Man is a superhero. Not
his face comes through.
But he's not a mascot. He's not a giant.
Mascots are also
mascot.
superheroes.
Okay.
That's true.
So if Sir Purr, who this weekend was wearing a rain jacket, hilarious.
Fell asleep on the job.
If you see him, if you see Sir Purr, but he opens his mouth and the guy who's wearing the mascot costume's head was right there and you could see it, that'd be terrible. You can't have a big piece of toast with a guy's head coming out of it.
Greg hates Powdered Toast Man. Put it on record.
All right, I fine. I hate Powdered Toast Man. I'll go down with that.
Yeah, clip that.
Going back to Utah teams, I'm on Utah State -2.5, -115 at Bovada. I think that's a pretty easy winnable game
on
against
them.
Georgia State.
I feel like you could just put a piece of butter over that guy's face, like make it a piece of butter
through, right?
It's
that's
weird.
Great. Mark, that's a great point. That's an absolutely
Fair.
great point.
But the video of there was the Old Dominion mascot. I don't think the Toast mascot ran, but it was Big Red running against the Old Dominion mascot. It's like a lion. Big Red dusted him. Never even a chance. Also, the guy filming got to pay him a lot of money because he was running like sideways. Are you getting the perfect angle of Big Red flying down the 100 yards down the field?
This guy just looks. He just looks
racing
like
as
that
a mascot's awesome.
skit.
Correct.
With Justin Timberlake.
Has anyone here been in a mascot race? I have.
No.
I have.
What was dressed as?
Dink the Clown.
Blue Rock.
Oh.
Claude Giroux.
No. Claude Giroux.
Dink the Clown.
I prefer oh man, Tiny Jackson or something like that was his other moniker in the screenshot you sent had all of his aliases listed, and one of them was funny Jackson.
I thought it was funny that he's still active.
Tiger Jackson, not Tiny Jackson. My apologies. It was Tiger Jackson, Tiny Tim. Mark, you were dressed as Rocky the Bull from the Bull.
I was Rocky the Bull, but in the race, I'm trying to remember which. It's either a vegetable or a fruit. I got to remember which one I was.
Why is he racing fruits and vegetables?
So Rocky doesn't actually run in the race. Mr. Celery doesn't run in the race. It's just 3 or 4 other vegetables. And
so you weren't in the race?
Mr. Celery
I was in the race.
How did Mr. Celery get the bye?
Mr. Celery only comes out when the Blue Rocks score a run. That's it.
Fair.
That's it.
Yeah, duh.
So
fair.
Duh.
You know what? I should have done that. That should have been on. That's on me. Any more picks in college football?
I have a few. Oh.
All right. Well, I'll go to Matt first, then you.
San Jose State minus 10.5, minus 105 over Coastal Carolina.
I was a peanut. In the race.
So neither fruit nor vegetable.
I don't know. What is that?
Family.
Is it a legume?
You were the part of trail mix people actually eat.
Yeah, I got a video of it as well.
That's electric.
I 2014 won the race. Did the Usain Bolt. It was great, Mr. Peanut.
That's fire.
Technically, peanuts are vegetables because they're legumes.
Wow, look at that.
Can't say Mr. Peanut. We'll get sued. We'll get kicked off YouTube. They'll have to pay $10.99 to watch this episode.
I was Peanut the Child. No, that didn't. That was worse. None of this.
What the mascot?
Hold on.
Do you know what the mascot for Monopoly is?
The Monopoly Man?
Yeah, but
Money
do you know his
Penny?
actual name?
Yeah, it's like it's like Money Penny or something like that.
Rich Uncle Penny
Money
Bags.
bags? Penny bags. There it is.
Rich Uncle Penny Bags.
Give me some of your.
I got the over in Syracuse USF 55.5 minus 110. I'm on the Troy game minus 7.5 minus 110 against Duke. Their quarterback left as well. He went to Notre Dame.
He'll be the next guy to fail at Notre Dame.
Correct.
Great.
I'm on Northern Illinois plus 3 minus 110. Going with the MAC in that game against Arkansas State.
Is Southern Illinois the Salukis? Yeah, Northern Illinois is
the Huskies. Yeah, Huskies.
Yeah.
And I got that. You took the Air Force one down for me. Air Force plus 2.5 minus 110.
+2. They're +2.5.
Yeah, Air Force are the underdogs against JMU.
+2.5.
But I got a few more, but I just had a big list.
Let me get a couple from Mark.
You got my Northwestern picks, so that's cool.
I got Utah.
Okay, well I'm on both opposite sides. It's Northwestern plus 210 and
Old
plus
move
6.5.
taking opposite sides of your picks.
Technically, you took that pick twice, so we're gonna have to figure that out. I'm gonna go with South Alabama.
The Legume of the month on June 1st, 2019 was a peanut on Harvard.edu.
The Legume of the month.
There was an article. It was the Legume of the month.
What's the Legume of the month this month?
How
do you spell legume?
Legume.
No.
Mark, you're on South Alabama minus 14.
South Alabama, yeah, minus 17.
Black beans are the Legume of the month.
I mean,
playing Eastern Michigan.
Do you think that Bovada could get us odds on Legume of the month for January 1, 2024? Yeah, I feel like this could be something.
We got to make a guess to see what it is.
I got to see a list of legumes first.
There's 7.
What's your favorite legume?
So there's lentils, peas, broad beans, chickpeas, soybeans, beans, and peanuts. The issue is there's a lot of beans that fall under that category.
Beans, greens, tomatoes,
bean, black-eyed peas, yellow split peas. Red kidney, fava beans, lima beans. There's a lot.
January 1st.
How is a peanut?
Dried beans were the Legume of the month.
What makes a legume a legume?
2019.
I don't know. Let's finish up college football, Mike.
I got Minnesota minus 3.5, minus 110.
I'm on that too.
I think that line's low against a MAC team in the Quick Lane Bowl at Ford Field, and I'm going to take Kansas minus 12.5, minus 115 is my last pick. I think they'll topple UNLV.
Those are my last two picks
at Chase Field. So
Webster's Dictionary defines legume as a stretch of salt water separated from the sea by a low sandbank or a coral reef.
You might have a typo.
Is that where SpongeBob lives?
I think it's
Bikini
lagoon.
Bottoms.
Yeah, I searched lagoon.
Yeah, but the Goo Lagoon.
Mark, you good in college
whatever.
football?
The beach where SpongeBob goes.
Yeah, it's I'm gonna go with one more. I got one more on 12/27 before our next pod. I'm gonna take Tulane plus 10.5, minus 115 against Virginia Tech in the Military Bowl, Navy Marine Corps Stadium.
You know what? I forgot. I had that on my list too. And I also have Oklahoma State.
With their quarterbacks.
Oklahoma State plus 1.5, minus 110 is also on my card. Yeah, their quarterback, Mike, for Tulane.
I'm pretty sure he's sitting out. I think he's either transferring or going to the league.
I can't
That could be a
remember
real
all
problem.
this stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of people
It's
jumping
nearly
around.
impossible to keep track of all of it with the transfer
There's
portal.
a few
Matt,
good
do you have
games
anything
on that
Who's
Wednesday.
playing? Who's playing? Like,
I
all
gotta
these
pick. I
backup
want the over.
freshmen?
I want the over and over 54.5 minus 105 in the Duke's Mayo Bowl, North Carolina and West Virginia. No Drake May, obviously, but I'll take the over.
It's
anyways.
over 54.5?
Yeah, minus 105.
Minus 105. Matt, anything else in college football before we move on?
Nah, I'm good, Chet.
All right, let's go to the world of soccer. The Premier League rolls on. Sad day, bad day. Mike, Nottingham Forest taking down Steve Cooper out of the managerial position. Unreal move.
He might be the next coach at Palace. Big day for Palace.
You'll be getting a good one. So,
big day for Palace tomorrow. Massive comeback. Mark's parlay lost again, shockingly.
Yeah, it did.
Because we said Crystal Palace were probably going to do it, like maybe a draw or something. They did. They came back from 2-0. Penalty in the 95th minute. Elise buries it. Amazing comeback again. Man City are frauds. But big time tomorrow against Brighton. Crystal Palace are going to bury those scumbag Seagulls. Crystal Palace plus 215. They're scumbags. All scumbags over there at Brighton.
Give me the Seagulls.
Did I lose or something?
What?
Did I lose?
What? Did you lose what?
You said Manchester Cities are frauds.
Oh, we drew. We tied.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It was 2-0. 2-0. You guys outplayed us, and then we scored like the 75th, and then we scored in the 95th to tie 2-2, which is bad.
I outplayed you. Outsmarted.
Hit, right?
Yeah, and you tied.
Outwitted you.
That's bad for Man City. Dropping.
Yeah,
Good,
I mean,
good for the table.
We have the Champions League coming up, so we're busy.
So do we.
I'm on West Ham and Man U draw plus 265.
I'm on Man U
no
plus
way
160
Arsenal
there.
made the Champions Cup.
They absolutely did.
They did.
Doubtful.
We are in the final 16 as well. Won the group with ease.
Yeah, great.
Porto's a tough club to go to and win, though.
It is tough. It is.
That's that's not an easy draw.
I saw that they are a very popular upset pick for this next round.
Correct. That's not an easy draw, I think, going to
Porto.
Porto.
Yikes.
They, popular
Two
upset
legs.
picks. Popular upset picks don't usually win. So
Most players have 2 legs, yes, Mike. In professional soccer.
Speaking of Arsenal, I got to do it. Plus 180 against Liverpool. Top of the table battle here. This is a big match. Need all 3 points from the boys. Need them. That's that.
That is a massive game. I'm taking Liverpool plus 140, though, and I'm going to take the over.
I'm also going to take the draw no bet for Arsenal at plus 108.
So Mike's taking Liverpool plus 140 at Bovada.
And over 2.5 minus 143.
Liverpool, Arsenal over 2.5.
I think that's going to be a big game. A lot of goals.
I'm gonna ride the hot hand. Lock of the week. Liverpool plus 140. Ride the hot hand. It worked for me last week.
As in about 8
Couple
hours ago.
Yeah. It's a hot hand. Got to ride the hot hand. Liverpool, they're good this year. They blow bubbles. It's good. LeBron owns them.
Do not blow bubbles. That's West Ham. Who
LeBron does own him.
LeBron does own him.
Draw no bet, Mark. What was the odds on that again?
The draw no bet is plus 108.
Plus 108. I'm on Forest over Bournemouth. New coach bump plus 175. We'll see what happens there. Just play better defense. That's really all we need. And Tottenham over Everton minus 125. Mike, what's your next one?
I have the draw in that Everton-Tottenham game, plus 320. Everton's been looking good. They did get knocked out of the Carabao Cup yesterday in PKs. They fumbled it. They should have won. But I don't know. Everton's looked pretty good in the league. I'm going to take the draw.
Who won the game today in the Carabao Cup?
Liverpool.
Is that the game Matt bet?
Yeah.
Lock of the week.
I saw Sky Sports was talking about it. We're watching the darts. Is the whole thing.
Liverpool beat West Ham 5-1.
Mark,
Lock
you
of the
missed it.
week.
Mike is fully in on the darts. He flip-flopped. He mocked, and now he's back.
Sure. I need to find whatever that song is that they play after.
It's the Liverpool We're Liverpool.
Yeah.
That just sounds like the circus song.
What's the circus song?
It
It didn't sound like that at all.
That's all. That's the sound.
I'm gonna mute Mark's mic because that didn't sound like that at all. You can find it, Mike. I guarantee if you Google like the darts song.
The darts. I think it's the darts anthem, "Chase the Sun." Let's see. By Planet Funk. Yeah, that's definitely it. Can you hear it? I don't want to.
A little bit, yeah. It doesn't matter. Matt, anything else in soccer? All right, enough before we get taken off of YouTube.
That one was too slow. They had it faster on the ones. I'll figure it out.
Matt must be muted. I don't know if he has any other picks. I doubt he does anyway. Mark, what else you got?
I'm going to take these all straight as well as put them in a parlay, Greg.
Okay.
I got Aston Villa minus 480 against Sheffield United. That's one. Got Fulham minus 145 against Burnley. That one's a little tough.
Okay, so I hate to take Mark's side, but I think he was right about the circus song.
I don't think so. I mean, that's not the song.
No,
I hate.
that's not the circus song Mark was talking about.
No. Keep going. With your picks.
So I got Newcastle United minus 155 against Luton Town, which is great.
I'm on that pick's on my card as well.
Okay. And then I got Newcastle United.
This ought to work.
I got Newcastle United minus 235 against Nottingham Forest.
This ought to work.
This ought to work.
On 12/26.
I know where the game is, Mark. I know where it is.
This ought to work.
I also just found a 3-hour compilation of them just playing that song on repeat, Greg, that I'll be watching on YouTube.
Fall asleep to that tonight.
Yeah.
He's gonna wake up and he's like, "Oh, I was on the but it really like a circus."
Villa, Fulham, Newcastle.
12:08. This is the one.
I'm on the one Newcastle pick. Newcastle minus 155 against
Luton, right?
Yeah. That's my last soccer pick.
And I'm done.
I have a lot of notes going in today.
I'm on Man U over Aston Villa plus 135. That's their second game during this week. I have and I also have Forest over New. I think we're turning over a new leaf here over Newcastle, and it's plus 600 on Bovada for that one. So, all right, let's get out of soccer then. We can touch on basketball. There was a lot of college basketball that was in there. I didn't see any NBA as of yet up there, so do with that info what you want. So we can just kind of skip through the NBA, I guess, at this point with nothing. But there is plenty of action. First game I'm taking, though, it's Nevada. It's minus 8.5, minus 105. So they're taking on a very mediocre Temple team. Mark quit the show again. So
I truly hate every single one of you.
I didn't even do anything. You keep pinning me in here, but I don't do anything.
What's even more funny is I didn't see that until like right now when I scroll back into that page on Bovada.
What does Mark hate?
That's when I saw it.
He hates all of us because Greg's betting against Temple.
Temple plus 8.5, minus 115. Let's go, Owls.
I'm on Kentucky minus 13.5, minus 110 against Louisville. Louisville is a horrible program. They're so bad. They're losing to like D2 teams again this year. They're terrible. So I'm taking Kentucky.
You said minus 115 on that one, Mike?
Minus 110, minus 13.5.
Okay. I'm on that pick as well.
Yeah. I think they smash them by like 30.
Yeah, me too. I think it should be a pretty open and shut case there. Oh man, I'm gonna sneeze and nothing's happening. It's very weird. Mike or Matt, I'll go to you.
Cleveland State minus 10.5 over Western Michigan.
Where's Oak Hill Christian?
Is that team?
Yeah, I gotta find their odds for the next game.
I wonder what that line was, or if there was even a line for that other game.
57, maybe. Or probably more.
But I'll take Tennessee minus 22.5 at home, minus 115 against Tarleton State for my last college basketball pick, Greg.
I'm dipping into both Oregon and Oregon State. The Ducks are -6, minus 110, and the Beavs are -7, minus 110, taking on Idaho State. I can't imagine the Vandals hang with them. And then my last pick is Bradley, minus 11.5.
Cooper?
Minus 110. No. Your next one, Matt.
Stony Brook, plus 22.5, minus 110 against Michigan State. Going to cover against Tom Izzo.
Mark, what else you have?
I'm going to go with Wichita State against Kansas State, +5, minus 110. And my last one is Houston, minus 27, minus 115 against Texas State.
Really need conference play to start for me to get into college basketball.
There's some good games on tonight.
Yeah, I mean, there's Alabama, Arizona. Isn't that tonight? But it's not till 11 o'clock.
Oklahoma plays Texas?
UNC.
Or UNC. Nova Creighton.
Yeah, smart games.
And Duke or Baylor's right now. I think Duke's up by like 3 or 4.
All right.
Solid games on tonight.
On this, if dip into.
And we need conference play so we can run the model.
Duke's up 7. Duke is up 7 with 4 to go.
The model needs to come back. Speaking of the model, Mike, you know the model. You know where we're headed. We are headed to Alexandra Palace for the darts. Mike's all the way in. It's very funny. Finishing up round 1, round 2. I think it's fully underway relatively soon. I can't imagine. I think there's maybe 2 or 3 first round games left, and then everything else is round 2 games for the remainder of the pre-Christmas part of the tournament. I don't know. I have a bunch of picks. I'm sure nobody else does. But I'll ride just very quickly. Barry Vampire over Luke Woodhouse, plus 215. Mike DeDecker over Matters Rasma, minus 164. One of the craziest games of the tournament. Manlock Leung over Gabriel Clemens, plus 225. The man's over-under on 180s was 1.5. And he fired in 11. It was unbelievable. He lit up the absolute stage.
What
Mike?
if you lose, you're out.
You do. Yeah, you're out. Why?
How's Boris playing again? Didn't he lose to Decker?
Boris Kirchmeier won, dude. He crushed Keegan Brown.
Oh, Keegan. Yeah, you're right.
I took Keegan Brown last week, and Keegan Brown lost.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
That was hard.
William O'Connor over Chris Dobie, plus 215. And then Callan Ridds over Ricardo Pietreczko at even money on Bovada. I know,
Greg,
Mike.
I'm on that as well.
Do you know, Greg, trivia question. Who's the first person to hit a 9-darter at the World Championships of Dart?
At the World Championships? Are you talking just PDC, or are you talking like BDO as well?
Let me find out.
Are you talking BDO as well?
Because if it's BDO, then it's Paul Lim. And it was
man, he got it. He got it.
What a nerd.
Oh, man.
And
I like watching darts, but
the thing is,
Greg's on this nerd level for it.
He knows who Paul Lim faced in that match as well. Don't you?
No, I don't. I don't know.
He's Irish.
I don't know.
All right. Jack McKenna, legendary.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'd never heard of him. But
like the great Irish poet Bobby McFerrin.
you killed Greg.
You all right?
Almost killed me. I had a cough and
don't worry.
It was the whole thing. It was very funny. Yes. Yeah. No.
I'll take Mike DeDecker, Greg, as well with that. And that's my last. Those are my 2 darts picks. I'll be locked in.
I got a darts pick.
I think I'll be up and locked in for the DeDecker fight. The one, the other 2, probably not.
That's not. That's 9:45.
Yeah.
Vampire Woodhouse to be the last of the first round matchups is absolutely fire. That's a fun matchup.
I do got to be up early. Maybe I'll watch that one.
Oh my god!
For work?
No.
Yeah, it is Friday or Thursday.
Thursday. Oh yeah. I get up at 9 for work. around.
Craig, did you know that Paul Lim made more money for getting a 9-darter than the person that won the tournament that year?
Yeah, it was like I think it was like $10,000.
He got 52,000 pounds, and the winner of the tournament got 28,000 pounds.
Heavy.
Never been done before.
In 1990 by the Singapore Slinger, which is a fantastic
That's a
nickname.
great nickname.
And he's missed the last 2 world championships. He's in like his 70s now. And he came a couple years
Why
ago.
is he missing these world championships?
He still plays. He still plays in the World Cup and stuff. But he hasn't qualified in the last 2 years. But maybe like 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, he came within missed double 12 for a 9-darter. It was unbelievable. Scenes, YouTube, Mike.
Scenes.
Gotta see it.
Give me Steve Beaton as well, plus 195 against Daryl Gurney.
I mean,
boys.
He announced that he was walking away from the game shortly. I think this will be his last year. Mike, he's turning 60.
Yeah,
and you're going against the Gurn?
He was electric yesterday.
Your boy Paul Lynn is 72, and he's still playing in the Cup.
True.
Yeah, but he's not playing on the Pro Tour and like constantly doing that.
Also, the kid that was 16 today was electric. Also,
Luke Littler,
not
unbelievable.
16. Can't be 16.
How do you find out that you're that good at darts?
Yes, he looks more like an adult than I do.
You throw something at the wall and you see if it sticks.
No, I know, but like at 16 to learn that you're world championship level, that's.
I mean, I think he found out much earlier than that.
I think he's just more popular over there, so
probably. I mean, I feel like I picked up the dart 6 times in my youth.
He said he started playing like seriously when he was like 8. Now he's 16, and he's legitimately unbelievable. Like 106 average,
impressive.
highest average of the tournament so far.
As the new darts guy, it was very impressive.
Yeah, I did see there was like a young, like 12-year-old kid in the cornhole professional league.
Yeah, I did see that.
Dominating that, which is good for him, I guess.
I mean, that's literally just throwing bags.
There's still precision and stuff like that in it.
Isn't that like basketball's just throwing a basketball?
And jumping and sprinting and playing defense and putting the ball in the hoop and having actual athleticism.
Well, you're throwing the basketball into the hoop.
You can smoke a cigarette and drink a beer while playing cornhole. Do well. That's not like
darts.
You're saying golf isn't a sport?
Yeah, it's true.
Golf's a sport.
Well, you can smoke a cigarette and drink a beer while you're doing it.
One guy can do it. Yeah. I can't do it well. One guy can do it well, and that's John Daly.
That's true.
He's made a living off it. All right, I'm taking Luke, where Abraham Lincoln used to live, Woodhouse, minus 300 over Brynvanburg.
What the fuck?
Wow, getting us taken off YouTube.
Oh.
Jeez. I have to pay $10.99 to watch this episode.
All right. Are we good on the darts then?
Wasn't it $9.99?
Man's got to have a code.
I think it was $10.99.
It's got to have a code.
I wouldn't know because I got a code.
Let's go to the NHL very quickly. We'll go in because Mike, the UFC is off until the new year. Even though your boy Leon
easy money
Edwards easily defended his title.
Easy money. Colby's the biggest fraud of all time. You can't talk all like that and talk all that nonsense he talked, and then go in there and when he was raising his hand after the fight. That was the crowd was all over. I love the Kurt Angle walking in. You suck, awesome. The crowd was all for him, and they were booing the shit out of him. He out at the end. That was Colby's a fraudulent career. Get out of my face.
I tried to watch that fight, but I guess I didn't buy it.
I did not. I went to bed well before the main event. There was not a chance I was buying it.
Walking into the Kurt Angle theme song is dope, though. The Kurt Angle theme song is so good.
It's so good. Everybody was going, "You suck." It was awesome.
Always hits. Always.
Shout out Jim Johnson, the greatest composer of our generation.
Correct.
Just some of the best
defensive coordinators.
Accurate. Separate Jim Johnson, but accurate. In hockey, Mark, I'll start with you.
We're gonna go with the orange and the black to start. The orange and the black minus 120 against the Preds.
On my card as well.
I'll take them as well.
This team's fun.
Won for us last week. Let's do it again.
They're battling. Way ahead of schedule on the rebuild.
Yeah, no, I agree. Fun to watch. Give the young kids some playing time, see what they can do.
It's got them going.
Which is incredible when you have a number 2 overall pick retire from 4 years ago. So.
Yeah. I mean, so much of that's injury, too, though. It's a bummer for Nolan Patrick because he should have been so much better. But, injuries take their toll.
Concussions, right?
Yeah, it was kind of it was migraines is what really kind of derailed him. There was like a migraine condition that kept him out for like 2 years. It was crazy. Mark, Matt, what's your next one?
Canadians plus 1.5 minus 142 against the Wild. Montreal's good this year. They got good players on their team.
Cole Caulfield, Sean Monahan,
Dog.
Cal Clutterbuck.
Close. I'm on the Oilers
He's
minus
still in the
105. And I'm on that. Yes, he is. Him, Casey Cizikas will always be the fourth line, two of the fourth line guys for the Islanders in perpetuity.
Casey Kasem.
Casey Kasem as well. I'm on the Hurricanes minus 120 over the Penguins on Bovada as well. Mike, anything else?
Youngstown State.
36.
No, not them.
I got the Calgary Flames minus 145 against the Anaheim Ducks. The Ducks stink.
The Ducks are bad. I also have the Golden Knights minus 105. And I also, because there wasn't NHL lines up when I first looked, and I've been adding them on the fly, I did 2 AHL picks. The Lehigh Valley Phantoms minus 110. Hershey Bears minus 110. Mark, what else you got in hockey?
I have the Florida Panthers minus 220 and the Tampa Bay Lightning minus 115, parlayed together plus 172.
I need me some Manitoba
so
Moose
it was,
here.
What?
Panthers minus 220, right?
Yeah.
And Lightning were plus or minus 115.
Minus 115. Sorry, I got into a little bit of a thing here. I'm trying to figure out what a Blue Jacket is.
I have no idea. I'm going to take the Rockford Ice Hogs, Greg, against the San Diego Gulls, minus 115, because it's boo the Seagulls. I was going to curse, but I didn't. Boo the Seagulls this week.
Yeah,
anti-Seagull. I'm anti-Seagull.
Mark, what'd your parlay pay?
172.
Plus 172. All right, let's get out of hockey. Let's go to week 16 in the NFL. A loaded week. Christmas games, Christmas Eve games. You have games literally Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday this week in the NFL. There's so much to choose from. We can start with Thursday night, which is arguably one of the most important games of the entire weekend. The New Orleans Saints going to Los Angeles to play the Rams. The Rams are on my card at Bovada -4, minus 110. I don't trust the Saints at all, and the Rams seem like they're doing a very good job. So,
Puka Nacua is going to put up 1,000 yards on us in Lincoln Financial Field.
That's for sure going to happen. The wild card weekend. Yes, in the playoffs, Mike. Is that what you were going to ask?
No, I got it. We're going to smash them. We'll be ready by then. I'm going to take the Saints +4 minus 110. The Eagles do not stink.
How dare you?
I'm going to take the Saints and the Rams over 46 as well, minus 110. The Eagles do not stink. Hit a rough patch. Our stinks, we lost 3 in a row. Offense needs to figure it out. Could have put them away. 3 games to go smash really inferior teams. Get yourself back on the right track, hopefully by the playoffs, and we'll go from there.
We were talking about it on You're Wrong. I remember, 6 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago, the 49ers lost 3 games in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And the conversation was, are the 49ers any good? The difference between these two losing streaks, right, is the 49ers lost these games with the injuries, and the Eagles had 0 injuries when it comes to their major key contributors offensively, and they can't get it done. That's the problem.
There is also another difference where the Eagles' 3 losses were against good competition, whereas at the time the Niners lost to the Bengals, who weren't playing that well.
They had Joe Burrow though, so
did they have Joe Burrow in that game?
Competition. Yes,
Yo Burrow.
Who else did they lose to though? The Browns, I believe.
They lost to the Vikings
and the Vikings.
Kirk Cousins was playing. So that
Dynasty.
doesn't count.
Stink. They stink.
They weren't.
They were on
Without
their,
Kirk
they were on their
Cousins.
rise back
They
up.
weren't. They
Kirk
weren't
Cousins
good.
was the quarterback.
And they
Without Kirk
lost to
Cousins,
the
yes.
Browns by 2.
And the Browns have a historically good defense. So
So you're just. So the thing is, you're just trying to find an excuse for them and everything.
Historically
Because you're
good
always
defense?
always hating.
yes, the Browns have a historically good defense.
That's
I don't
not
know if
true.
that's
They're
historically
they're
good.
good
I
at
think
they're
they're
good
really
at
good,
home.
but I don't
They're
think
good at
it's
home.
historically
And
good.
they're good at home. They're
35
horrible away.
Someone spent $35 on the Browns defense today.
I'm not even going to bother addressing this because someone on this podcast said that the Eagles looked like they were blitzing more when the broadcast literally said, well, the Eagles are blitzing even less than normal.
Wait,
So
who said that?
Joe Buck said it on
Well,
Monday
who
Night
said that here?
Football.
Because I remember Joe Buck saying, like, yeah, like they're actually not blitzing as much with Matt Patricia at the helm. Who said that?
I'm not going to mention it. I'm not
Name
going to mention it.
names. Name
I'm
names,
not-
Greg.
I don't want to do that. That's not my place.
Name names. Because Joe Buck said it very clearly that we were not blitzing.
I'm not going to do that.
With someone like
I mean,
Travis
it's
Hill.
clearly fucking me, guys. Like, so if you're going to be jerk offs the whole time, then
Wow.
just do it.
Hold on. So the
Unreal.
the
Long
Cleveland
story
defense
is,
allowed
Greg's finding
fewer
all.
yards. Shut up.
Carl
allowed fewer
Spider-Man
yards
meme.
through 5 games than any NFL team since 1971, and the third fewest ever through 5 games. Through the first 5 games of the season, the Browns were on
The good thing
historically.
is they
We're
played.
we're
They
now
played
13 games into the
It's week
season.
16, so thank God for the
Here's-
first 5 weeks. We were
My
5-0.
point is
We were
they're not
5-0.
historically good defense.
We were
Historically good
5-0.
defense, proven.
You just said the
proven.
Eagles are bad, but all based off that,
Proven.
no, you're not
I never said
proving.
the Eagles were
We're
bad.
5-0.
number one.
You did just say they're bad, but you said they stink. Sorry, same
I
word.
think it's different than
Different
bad.
word.
We're not 5-0 anymore.
Bad
We were
is the
5-0 then.
Giants and
So
the- and the
give us
Giants.
our
More.
title. Give us our
Not
title.
anymore.
That's not the point, Mike.
The point is, you're
That's
finding
not
every
the
you're finding every excuse for the 49ers, but the Eagles, you're not. because
No, I was
that's what you're
comparing the
doing.
two things and how no matter what, when you lose 3 games, they act like the sky is falling, and everyone says that. And I tend to actually agree with you, Mike, that this team
Doesn't
isn't as
seem
bad
like
as these last 3
You
games
said
have
they
been.
stink. So.
Speaking of the sky is falling, there's a new chicken run out.
You did say they stink.
Oh, that's
Is it
Chicken
Chicken
Little,
Little?
actually.
Yeah, it's
Chicken Little
Little's
sky
where
is
it's falling.
falling. Zach Braff.
But the Eagles, yeah, they had a rough patch. Should have closed this game out. They didn't.
Yeah, but DK Metcalf.
92
dude.
drive. Took a 92-yard drive.
DK
Yes,
Metcalf,
that's-
dude. That was good.
that's
Good end of
tough
the
to-
game by DK.
That's
Yeah,
tough
I
to
mean,
bring you. To
It
bring you.
happens.
Imagine being a loser and reverse jinxing the week before you even play.
Couldn't
I
be
would
me.
never.
Loser.
I would never reverse jinx.
Loser.
Couldn't be.
Instead
I
of
would
somebody
never
like me,
reverse
I put all my eggs in the basket and said I was going to win my game and not go to the worst game.
Poop bowl. You could say poop.
Yeah.
I
No,
put
couldn't think
my
of
money
anything. I
on the
just
table.
totally blanked.
Put my
on
money
that
on
thing.
the
Couldn't think
table.
of poop.
I don't know why.
I put my money on the table and said I would pay my opponent's entry fee if
Wait,
Jake Elliott beat.
I
DK
love
Metcalf.
how Greg was
I
like,
need to
I was
stop drinking and texting on Sunday nights.
Wait, I love how Greg was like, I need to try to find a way out of having to pay the entry fee if I do win. Here's the out. Say I'm not actually doing that. I was just here we go. I'm not doing it. Done.
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 I spent a lot of that game going, how do I do this without just being blatantly mean about it? And saying I'm not
No.
You just be blatantly mean about it and just say,
Yeah,
I'm not
a real
doing that.
problem.
But
Well, regardless. Mark, what do you got next in the NFL?
Give me the Bengals -1.5, -115. Browning gonna go into Pittsburgh and get that dub.
Dude, the Steelers stink.
There's bad.
They're so bad.
Rudolph's
Gonna get
playing. I'll
gonna
take
get
him
above
plus
500.
105. I don't know. That
Oh, wait.
line's just so low
No,
still.
they are 500, Mark.
Actually,
Yeah,
on the
that makes sense.
underdog yesterday, I took the Steelers because I
I'm taking
think
the
that
Steelers.
I think Mason Rudolph it will be a game changer. I like the Steelers in that game.
The line just is still so close. I know it's still Browning and it's in Pittsburgh, but that line, I did the same thing last week with the close line. They lost, but again, the line
only
is so
time-
close. I'm gonna take it.
The only time you want to see Browning is when you're cooking ground meat.
Jesus Christ.
That's
I'm not
certainly
I'm not,
stolen from somewhere.
I'm not taking the
No,
Steelers
I
or
just
the
did that.
Bengals.
No, I made that up.
No.
I'm not taking the Bengals in this game, but I think that's the winning side. I don't trust anything the Pittsburgh Steelers have to offer. It looks like their receivers don't care, their running backs stink, and the defense just isn't as formidable as it was earlier in the season. My lock of the week is the Buffalo Bills, minus 11.5, minus 105 at Bovada. They are the better team in that matchup. The Chargers are horrendously bad. Mike, what's your next one?
I'm on that Bills pick as well. Yeah, I think they smashed. They're playing for their lives still, trying to get in there. I think they're technically still not in. When they went smash the Cowboys at home, I think they go cross country and smash the Chargers. I'm going to take the Packers, -4, minus 110. Panthers, big win last week. Good comeback against, the Falcons are horrible. If that game's not raining, the Falcons do probably beat them by a few scores. But I'm going to take the Packers, -4.5.
Matt, what's your next one?
Green Bay Packers, -4.5 over the Carolina Panthers. Even though Jaden Reed might not play, I think that they win that game handily.
Mark, your next one.
That would be the first actual stat you've ever brought.
Well, because I might have to. I'm in a weird situation. I might not start Austin Eckler in a semifinal playoff game. And I might have to start Jalen Reed. Jalen Reed? Who stinks?
Eckler.
Yeah, yes, I agree. So I think I'm
Eckler
going to have
the Chargers in general.
I might have to start
overall
Reed.
just been a horrible year.
I might have to start Reed at my flex. Reed's been playing great. If you look at his fantasy stats.
Yes, no,
he's
been good. He's been good on the field or playing in general.
Yeah. Look at his, but he hurt his toe or something like that. Athlete's foot. Tough to act into acting.
What's your next pick?
Me?
Mark.
Me.
Colts.
What? No,
I
Seahawks
went
minus.
to you, and then Matt started yelling about Jaden Reed.
I forgot. Sorry. Seahawks -2.5, -115.
I'm on the Titans in that game, +120. I don't know. Will Levis is probably not playing. He probably got Tannehill playing because of the high ankle sprain. The Seahawks, after that big win, they got to go pretty far to travel here against this at Tennessee. I like the Titans at home.
I was saying it yesterday on You're Wrong. I feel the same way, but I like an alternate line. I like +3 -125 in case we get the push. I do think Seattle wins, but I think that this is like one of those weird games with a last minute field goal that's a lead changer. Matt, what's your next one?
That is the GOAT video.
Stop playing it.
That is the GOAT video.
It's the best. I will watch it no matter what I'm doing. Dude,
It's the best. I've watched it a million times.
If it comes up, I'm watching Squirtle play the freaking saxophone. No doubt in my life. Wait, so you said Tannehill's playing?
What's his name's got a high ankle sprain, so I assume Tannehill's going to play.
So I cannot start DeAndre Hopkins.
Pumps is making the title game.
He really is.
I don't know what else to tell you.
He really is. My team is in shambles.
Yeah, Titans to start Ryan Tannehill if Will Levis can't play. He didn't practice today.
I gotta do this. I gotta do this for my team. I'm going Commanders +3 at even money and Commanders +150 money line. I gotta do it for my team.
Mark, what's your next one?
I'm going to take the Jets -3, -120.
Wow, scum.
Man's got to have a code.
What is this mood you're in? Why are you so mad at everything right now?
Man's got to have code.
You claimed code, did not have code. Can't claim code then not have code.
God damn it! I'm on the Bucks -1, -105. While they're in a code off, I'm going Bucks -105 or -1 -105. Mike, what's your next one?
My lock of the week's the Jaguars -110. They had their chances last week. What is Trevor Lawrence is in concussion protocol. He hasn't missed a game in his entire career. I'd be shocked if he somehow doesn't play. But that's what we're banking on. So that's my lock of the week, the Jaguars money line.
-110?
-110, yeah.
All right,
I am also on the Jaguars in that game.
Are you on the money line or are you on?
I'm double dipping, actually.
No. Why? Oh, my. All right. You're going to get us kicked off. That's a real
I
solid.
I'm on the Browns even money or +3 or -3 at even money. I'm losing my mind. And then a little celebrity shot. Chris back in the mix with picks. They just came in on the underdog yesterday. 2 alternate lines: the Browns -4.5 +150, the Lions -5.5 +120, and parlay those 2 alternate lines together for +450 on Bovada. Mark, your next one.
My next one is going to be the Miami Dolphins -1.5 -110. Tyreek should be back this week. They gave him the option to try and play last week, apparently, but it was the Jets. So give me the Dolphins -1.5 -110 and lock it up.
They're on my card as well.
Yeah,
Mark trying to
mine as well.
Mark trying to reverse jinx me with the Tyreek Hill stuff.
Lock it up.
I'm on that.
Trying to reverse jinx me. I actually love it though. I love it.
Matt, what's your next one?
What's the challenge this week?
It's going to be the Patriots-Broncos game.
All right, give me that.
What?
Yeah, what?
Bears -4.5 -105.
On my card as well. I think they smashed the Cardinals.
Justin Fields, good football player.
Mike, give me your next one.
I'll take the Raiders +10 -115 against the Chiefs. I think they lose by a touchdown, but they can keep it a little bit close.
That's what we all thought last time. It's the Chiefs -10 -105 in that matchup for me. I think the Chiefs easily cover just like they did a few weeks ago. Mark, your next one.
Who are the chefs?
Idiot.
I'm going to take the Eagles -12 -110 on Christmas Day. Hopefully a get-right game. Tommy DeVito coming into the link, talking about the biggest crowd he's faced in a game was in high school. So hopefully this will shake him up.
I'm on them as well. I think it is a get-right game.
You guys see the Todd McShay with Stellato?
No.
You didn't see that interview? McShay, I talked about it in the underdog, but McShay was like, so I guess McShay was the quarterback of his high school football team, and they lost to Stellato, and like Stellato basically ended Todd.
That's the agent, right?
That's the it's the agent. Stellato ended Todd McShay's high school football career basically, and then like a couple years later, he was like writing a book and tried to reach out to McShay, and McShay was like, "No, I'm not like being in your book." And now, like 10 years after that, he's now like all in the media and everything because he's Tommy DeVito's agent. And McShay's like, "I can't shake the guy. I can't get away from him."
Matt, do you have anything else in the NFL?
Yeah. Last pick, the Baltimore Ravens +195 over the San Francisco 49ers. Let's go Ravens. I think that the Ravens win this game. Lamar Jackson puts up units. He has a great week this week. I love Lamar Jackson this week against the Ravens. Not me.
I'm on the 49ers -5.5 -105. You're so dumb you couldn't even get it out. Mark, anything else in the NFL?
Not me. I meant the Ravens.
The woke.
No, nothing
I
else.
meant the Niners. Actually, I don't even think Pumps is starting Lamar. I think he's starting
Ravens +5.5 -115 is my last pick. Whoa.
I think Pumps is starting
I would start
Dak.
Dak too. I'd start Dak too. And if I were you, I would start Brock Purdy. But that's just no, I wouldn't.
I don't have any other quarterbacks.
Yeah, listen to Greg.
What other quarterbacks am I going to start? I only have Brock Purdy.
Doesn't matter. Hour and 8 minutes in. Challenge time. Mike, go to you first.
I will take the Broncos -6 -115.
That's on the card as well?
No.
All right. So Broncos -6 for you. Mark.
Also on the card for me, Broncos -6.
That's for me as well. The Broncos -6. Matt, close us out.
Double dipping on the Cowboys +1.5 -110 and -105. Dak gets it done. He wins against Miami. Dak's a great quarterback, even though he went to Mississippi State.
No, he did not.
Yeah.
At least not according to me.
But no, I'm going to take the Patriots +6 in that game. I like the Pats. all the money's going to be on the Broncos this week. We're going Pats. They put up points. They get that defense in a tizzy. We're going Pats.
On the card?
On the card.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. YouTube.com/theunderdog, Twitter.com/BettorsDelight. We'll be back next week. Have everybody happy holidays. Merry Christmas. We'll see you one more time in 2024 or 2023. Keep doing that. Let's go win some bets.